what? No, I'm going to keep it in. I don't give a fuck. That's when I would probably restart because my lips, I guess, just clung together as I was trying to say February. So whatever. But anyway, it's February 19th, 2025, 7:33 p.m. I don't know why I'm recording so late. I just have a very bad habit of putting things off till the very, very last second. And so by definition, I believe that's procrastination. So it's actually very frustrating because I don't know. What I wanted to talk about today was just kind of the whole stance with me working as a shadow coach for Emmy Fitness for Mina, because Mina's a great guy. I like him a lot. He's been very helpful, and I'm learning a lot from him, which is cool. But it's just, working for him, for his program and stuff, I'm learning a lot, and I'm getting paid. And I just want to say that first and foremost. It's awesome. I'm getting paid, and I'm learning. But it just lingers. It just looms over my head all the time that I have to get 10 hours done for him. Otherwise, there's going to be consequences, or I'm not going to get paid, or whatever. And the stuff that I'm doing for him is not anything that's crazy or ridiculous or anything like that. It's simple stuff. Some of it is tedious, it is what it is. But for example, today I left work an hour and a half early so that I could go to the gym, so that I could get home and have more time to myself. I'm also just using up all my PTO at work, assuming that I'm quitting, but I'm still waiting on that. No email, and that's all I'm going to say about that. So just waiting, but there's that. But I get home around 4-ish because my workouts, I've been forcing myself to do full, complete workouts I'm hitting so many different muscle groups with normal volume, but I'm just hitting more muscle groups per day rather than, for example, 4 exercises of chest, 3 sets each, and then calling it. So for example, I did 9 sets of chest. I did 6 sets of biceps, 6 sets of triceps, 6 of forearms, and then I was going to do legs, just 1 exercise of legs, I just want to see what would happen if I just did leg extensions, very light, very high rep, once or every day. Not every day, but 5 times a week. And just to see what that would do for my knee health, just to see, because I've never done that. I don't know. And then I did calves. So I did 10 exercises, except there was a family vacation on the leg extension machine today, and there was 6 people surrounding it, and there's only 1 in the gym, so couldn't get to it. So that sucked. But did 9 exercises, 3 sets each, did 27 sets. Took me about an hour and a half, which is fair. So how the time added up, all that stuff, it made perfect sense. Also was able to shoot some hoops because the court was empty. And there's something about that for me. Just an empty gym, an open court, just shooting basketball. That is therapeutic for me for sure. And it's not even about making the shots or missing them or whatever. It's just, I just enjoy it. It's peaceful for me. And just kind of like people go for walks to reflect, or people they put headphones on, they go whatever. For me, just dribbling a ball, just shooting it, hearing the swish, whatever. It's just something about that. I love it a lot. So anyway, I did maybe 20 minutes of that. So anyway, fast forward, I get home around 4-ish. Then I eat. Then I open up some packages that I got. Got some Dr. Squatch shit. And I just want to say that the cologne is so good. It's so good. The Rainforest Mist, so good. So good. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, man. It's so good. And I'm so hyped about it. But I got 3 colognes. I got some Christmas money that I just spent. So I got some Christmas colognes. Got the new scented deodorant. And then I got this Fresh Falls lotion. And it smells incredible. And I love it so much. It's incredible. But anyway. So, and then called Lexi, and then we talked for a little bit. And then by the time that everything was said and done, it was about 5 o'clock ish. And I was like, I even told Lexi on the phone, wow, it's 5 o'clock. I still have the whole night. And when I say that, I'm like, okay, I got to record a show, got to record a podcast, got to work on Mina stuff. And that's my night. And I don't know what it is, dude, but it's just working on somebody else's stuff. And it's not even that has nothing to do with it. It's just that I have to do something else, and I have to do it for a certain amount of time per week, and it's on something that I just don't really want to do anyway. Maybe it is because I'm working on something that's not anything to do with me. It's kind of like having some kind of second job, I guess, is exactly what it is. But it just lingers, dude. It just, is that the right word? It looms over me. Yeah, it looms over me. And it's like, it's almost debilitating, which sounds so silly. But I'm sitting there and I'm like, I have to put in, because I'm averaging the amount of hours that I have to put in for the rest of the week to equal 10 hours. And that would have to be 2 hours per day. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, it's 8 hours. I already have 2 hours logged, so that's what I need. So spoiler alert, I didn't log any hours on his stuff today. So that means I got to log about 2.5 to 3 the next 3 days. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I don't want to, man. I don't want to. And what I think about is, I don't know, dude. If my gym, so listen to this, and this is all just assuming that I don't quit my job, which I'm planning to 100%. It's just so frustrating for this reason right here. So if I'm taking the gym extremely serious again, and I'm everything, like if that's going to be how I allocate the majority of my time, that's not what I meant to say. If that's how if I'm going to allocate the majority of my focus, and hitting the gym, making sure my meals are prepped, food, nutrition, sleep, all that stuff, so that I can look good, feel good, and present that and get that across, not only in my content but also in sales calls, which is where the money happens. Then my gym time and all that stuff is, instead of, because I always talk about how I have from 4 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. If I'm going to the gym for longer than 45 minutes, let's just say it's double, so it's an hour and a half every day. I get to the gym 2:45. We'll say I start my first actual set. We'll just say 2:45. If I work out for an hour and a half there, that takes me from 2:45 to 4:15. Then I got to drive home. Then I got to eat. So that puts me at, we'll just say 5-ish. So now, rather than 4, because previously it was around 45 minutes to an hour, go home. It's around 3:30, eat, whatever. It's 4 o'clock. That's where the 4 o'clock comes from. But now, if I'm getting home from the gym around 4:15, 4:30, eat, put clothes away, whatever, all that shit I got to do, just minimal stuff, puts us at 5. So now I have from 5 to 7:30. So now, because it's, I'm back, and this is a 30-day thing, because I'm back in Blade 1, I'm going to finish this shit. So today is day 2. I will finish this goddamn shit, dude. I'm so tired of restarting. And I still have to do a role play later. But I did the rigor, and I was not late anywhere, and I woke up on time, so all I have left to do is a sales call role play. And, it's 5 o'clock, and now I have 2.5 hours to get all my stuff done. The reason why 7:30 is a cutoff is because I want that to be the time where I record my show, or I'm uploading it, or whatever, and that way I can go and get ready for bed, I can brush my teeth, now take my contacts out, lather up with lotion. It seems like it's better for me that way, because I got some dry skin and shit, because it's winter in fucking Utah. It's cold as hell. For me, anything below 70 is cold. So there's that. Before someone's like, it's actually -3 here. Congratulations. Anything below 70 is freezing for me. So next question. So, with having to allocate 2 hours per day to someone else's stuff, when I only have 2 hours per day, it is dreadful, because there goes my week, and I don't like that. But I need the money, I need to be able, I need the money for sure. to, to support myself and to buy food and, of course. But I don't need the money as in like I'm gonna go bankrupt. I'm not gonna be able to afford whatever. Does that make sense? What the fuck am I saying? I need money to survive, but I don't need it right now because if what I'm trying to say is if I don't have $1,000 in my account this week, then I'm gonna go bank. It's not gonna happen. Your boy has shit figured out. It's not the greatest plan, however, it does make do. I will make do because of the long term plan and my belief in myself. And I guess I'm a hypocrite or I'm contradicting myself because if I did believe in myself, then I would just quit working for Mina, go all in on my stuff, and then I wouldn't have that problem. So just going back and forth with that, dude, because it's daunting, because I get home from work and I go to the gym, take care of my own stuff, take care of me, and it just seems like I have to prioritize not myself, not my own business, not my own goals. And I just don't like that. I don't like that at all, And, in one way, this is a kind of backwards because now I'm putting more focus on my body, the lifting, the nutrition. I'm focusing more on myself. Spent the last month, getting my mouth in order, with the wisdom tooth, with the cavities, taking care of all that shit. Now going to the eye doctor, having a couple exams, then getting contacts, now doing a trial run. By the way, it's still fucking incredible. I can see so clearly. I don't think these are going to be the permanent ones I roll with because they're okay. Maybe I need to get a different brand or maybe a different solution or maybe, I don't know. But anyway, so been prioritizing all of this stuff. I've been focusing on building Mia's stuff, and now having, I guess, gotten all this stuff done for myself and prioritizing myself more, it seems like now, because I am working with Mina, I just have less time to work on my own stuff. And it makes me feel like I'm full of shit, because I'm talking about all this stuff. I'm about to go all in on my business and blah, blah, blah. But I can't even work Monday through Friday anymore because on my own stuff, because the time for that isn't really there. I mean, I can record a podcast. I can do a sales call role play. But as far as, this is what goes through my mind. So let's just play it out. Let's just say that I had 2 clients sign up. They got to get their workouts made. And I got to check in with them. They need some extra help. Let's say they sign up on a Wednesday, so I'm getting their stuff set up in my 2 hours of free time. And then that trickles over to Thursday. Thursday, I get their program set up. And then Friday, I send them all the information, get them set up with the app. And they're all logged in, signed in. I have to explain all this stuff. So that's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, just for example. Well, if I only put in 2 hours at the beginning of the week, now I have to put in 8 hours on Sunday or on Saturday. Wow, this is mislabeled. That's very funny. Wow. There we go. I have a sheet on here that tracks hours. Put Sunday twice. Let's fix that. But anyway, so there goes Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So now for Saturday, I have to get 8 hours in. And Saturday, I have from 5 a.m. if I get up that early till 5 p.m. So there goes a third of my day. Or no. 2/3 of my day, my working hours of my day. Because if I have 12 hours, 8 hours are taken. That's 2/3. So there it goes. And Saturdays are a good chunk of the work hours that I have to get things done. Sundays they're hit and miss because I spend it with Lexi and it's always a great time, and I just have to be better at working on my stuff and not feeling so guilty because she reassures me all the time that it's not a big deal. I have nothing to worry about, that I need to. She encourages me so much. She's like, Kate, we're going to do this, then you got to go work. And I'm like, okay, I know. And it's not that I'm distracted. It's not that I don't want to work. It's just like in the back of my head, I'm like, I don't want her to, I love you. I don't want you to think I'm neglecting you. And it's so funny because Lexi, I know you're listening to this, like with this half smile, shaking your head, rolling your eyes. I know you are. I promise you are. But in my head, it doesn't click, I guess, that I have consent to work while she's here. And I don't know. I'm getting better at it for sure. But anyway, just playing it out. If I have these clients that are depending on me, it's going to be ruthless that I focus on them. I'm going to be ruthless about the fact that I have to focus on them, and I'm not going to do anything for Mina. Now, this is nothing against Mina. He's a great fucking guy. I mean, I like our calls. He's very smart. Obviously, he knows what he's doing. Makes $50,000 a month. Should probably take note. But I'm never going to reach the $50,000 a month if I continuously put in the time and effort into somebody else's dream instead of mine. Now, it might suck, and it might be harder, and it might be slower, and I might have so many different lessons that I have to learn that I could learn faster with him. But if I'm not in the game learning, practicing as I go, and trying to experiment and figure the shit out as I go, I don't think I'm doing it right. And I think education and mentorship and all that stuff is absolutely important, but I think I'm at a cutoff point right now where it's almost like, given my circumstances, I have to pick one. And I would say that, honestly, the bigger teacher, the bigger educator, the bigger bang for my buck, so to speak, would be to run my own show, maybe just learn the hard way so that I can learn the lessons that I need to learn, and learn the right lessons for me right now. Because right now, I don't need to be worrying about, is this recording? Yeah. Right now, I don't need to be worrying about hiring people or doing 100 check-ins a week or making all these different sheets and stuff like that. Yeah, they're helpful, but my focus right now should be about making content consistently. And then from there, messaging people consistently. And then from there, getting people on the phone consistently. And then from there, closing sales. Mina's got his own level of problems that he has to solve for his business that I'm, years away from having. And, even just saying that out loud, I feel like I'm talking myself into it. So, man, it's just tough, my focus is spread too thin. Maybe I just really need to focus so hard on just one thing. So, and I had this thought earlier, and it's tough because I'm a first time entrepreneur. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing half the time. 99.999856599% of the time, I don't have any clue if what I'm doing is the right thing that I should be doing. It's like, I don't know. It's like maybe driving a car. It's like, I know that if I need to go where I need to go, I just need to have my foot on the gas. But it's like, from there, it's like driving blind. It's like you're going to have to make certain turns, flip your blinker on. You're going to need to merge over here, get into this lane, whatever. You're going to make 2 left-hand turns, 1 right-hand turn. And you know that you need to do that, and you know that when you do that, you'll make it. But with this journey, it's like, yeah, foot on the gas. Matter of fact, full throttle. You got to figure out where to turn, which lanes to go into, which streets to go down to. Good luck. Also, you're wearing a blindfold. Also, you're deaf. So good luck. That's what it feels like, dude. So I don't know. But then I look at the finances and I'm like, well, if I quit with Mina, then there goes negative 1,000 a month again. That sucks. I don't want to have that happen. But then I think, okay, if this goes through with me quitting my job, then I'll just go work FedEx 2 days a week and break even. And because the cool thing with FedEx is, you get on with a good route, and you can just work the, from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m., which is 6 hours, but you get there at 7, or 7:30, you don't get back till 2:30, so it's 7 or whatever. So still much better than what I'm currently doing, and I would break even, and that's all I would need. And then I've talked about this so much, and it's so much easier said than done, and it's so much fun to talk about, and it's inspiring and motivational to talk about the numbers and all the math. And if I do this many clients, if I sell this many clients, then I'll make this much money. And that, it's fun. It's exciting to talk about this stuff because it is that simple. I sign up 100 people at $300 a month. I am now making $30,000 a month. Let's just say half of those people pay in full for 6 months. We'll just say that is $1,500. So, 50 people times $1,500, that would be what is that? Siri, what is 50 times 1,500 plus 50 times 300?
It's 90,000.
Is that right? So in 1 month, I'd make $90,000. The next month, I would have the recurring revenue of the 15,000. Is that right? 1,500 times 50? No, that is right, because that's 75,000. That makes sense. I understand. It's simple. 100 people. Everybody listening to the show probably has 100 friends on Facebook. Just that you have the audience. You know, you post something on social media, it gets 200 views. Maybe something goes, pops off. Quote for me, pops off. It gets 2,000 views. All I need is 5% of those people to sign up. That's it. So very simple, very simple. Nothing crazy, nothing ridiculous, no hard math or formulas or anything like that. But what's challenging is building the trust, making the content, staying consistent, and believing that it'll work, and then also taking care of myself and doing that for a long enough time that it pays off. So, yeah. So that's where we're at. That's where we're at right now. So it's frustrating, and then I spend time making this podcast, and I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I feel like this is almost a hindrance to me because I have to spend the time doing it per day. Because for example, it's 22 minutes long almost now. I could have spent that time doing a role play, and I probably would be 5 minutes away from finishing the role play, which means I'd be done for the day, which means I'd be going to bed pretty close to on time. So there's just so many different things that are a hindrance, I think, to my focus. But long-term, very long-term thinking, this podcast is going to be one of the most valuable things I've ever done and the coolest things I've ever done. And, in the conversation of the most consistent a podcast has ever been. Because I don't know, maybe I am just in the wrong area and I am not looking in the right place. But I don't know of any podcasts that have posted every single day for 20 years straight. Didn't miss once. I don't know. Maybe they have. I don't know. But that's the goal. And if I can document everything, I'm not talking shit on Hormozy by any means, but he talks about how he has documented everything from the start, from when he lost it all and when he lost it all multiple times and you're starting from zero and all these different beliefs and stuff. And he has, for sure, but not every day, and not talking about his day every day, because a lot of his stuff now on his podcast specifically is him teaching some kind of lesson or instructing someone how to do something, or it's a bunch of things like how to do better at sales, or here's the book, here's how you can get it. And the episodes are about those types of things, not just documentation. So even though he said he's documented everything from day one, from $0, I still think that I have that whole idea beat tenfold, because I'm documenting every single day, the thoughts, the decisions, the everything that have been. I recorded my first ever sales call. I recorded my first ever role play. I've recorded me quitting my job. I've recorded everything. It's all here, so far, I should say. And I've recorded phase 3 Live Hard. Shit's been here since phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 of Live Hard. It was birthed in phase 1 of Live Hard. So different goals, I guess, different strategy or different idea. But yeah, my attention for sure is thin because I have multiple things going on. Fucking mouse, dude. So yeah, I don't know. When I was, dude, I don't know, man. It's tough sometimes to try to figure out where the fuck my focus should be, because I just have so many things going on. It seems like I have so many things going on. The reality is, if I were to just prioritize when things get done, whenever they need to get done, and just stick to it, I think things would be a lot better. But if I'm talking about having this podcast, which is a non-negotiable, this is not even in the. I will always have this. I will always do it. There's no way I'm not gonna ever. I'm just gonna stop tomorrow. The fuck no. So that's non-negotiable. But I have the Allegiant Excellence podcast, which again I can bulk record those, bulk upload them. I'd rather not do that. I feel like it's almost dumb because it's not getting the reach, it's not getting the listens. The idea is to just have further content to nurture someone who might be really interested. So that's the idea with that. And I think that's a long-term play. But we have that. Then we had the idea of the newsletter, which is just more shit I got to worry about. Don't want to have to focus on that. Then we have I was going to make all these freebies with every Allegiant Excellence episode. I can still do that. Just going to take more time. And then we have the working for Mina, so that's 10 hours a week. That just takes up a lot of time, stuff like that. We have the 2 Zoom calls per week that are part of ME Fitness, which is his business, his program, that aren't counted. So really it's more like 12 to 14 hours per week that I spend with him, And a lot of this will change for sure if I quit my job, because I'll have 50 hours more per week, and that changes everything quite a bit. So maybe I'll stay with Mina then. And maybe I'll just still stay with the 10 hours because that's a lot more manageable for me. And I'll be able to break even and be cool. So maybe that's what I do. Maybe I just say, hey, dude, I can't. I got to focus on my own stuff. So maybe what I need to do is take a fucking chill pill and hang out for the next 2 weeks. Because in 2 weeks, I'll have an answer, hopefully, about what's going to happen with the future of my job. And we'll go from there. But until then, I think I'll just have to tough it out. And that's no big deal. But that's where I'm at. So I'm disappointed in myself because I have all this ambition, yet I'm choosing to spend the time, which is the vehicle that's going to get me to accomplishing my massive ambitions, and I'm dedicating that toward someone else's. And it's not, I don't want to say that it's because I don't believe in myself, because I do 100%. I've talked about it so many times. I'd rather bet on myself than gamble on anything because I'm in control of the outcome. But I don't know, dude. It's almost like I'm scared of I guess the unknown, the uncertainty, because my track record isn't the greatest, right? Because I've done this 4 times. I've been in a mastermind 4 times. 3 times I bailed. And fuck, I just realized that my payment comes out tomorrow. Cool. And being consistent with content creation, I don't have a good track record with that. And I know that the only way that this changes is if I commit and stop being a bitch about it, and I just commit. Nothing changes if nothing changes. That's a quote that I've been saying to myself often recently. That's a quote that I've been saying to myself recently. A lot recently. Often recently? Who gives a fuck? Same thing with I cannot fail if I do not quit. You either die in the process or you learn. Either way. Okay, my laundry's done. I don't know if you can hear that. So yeah, nothing changes if nothing changes. I got some shitty habits I got to kick. I spend way too much time scrolling on social media, spend too much time focused on playing chess or whatever, because, I've got some downtime at work. It's nice to just play a quick game or whatever. And yeah, been going to the website, chess.com, because I didn't have the app for a while. And I'm like, what am I fucking doing? It's like saying I'm not going to be drinking alcohol anymore, but I drink with my eyes closed. It's like, it's the same shit, dude. You're just doing it for a different way, but whatever. So, yeah, I don't know. It's conflicting for sure, because now today's Wednesday, so we got Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I got to get 8 hours, 15 more minutes in that. So, Siri, what is 8 hours 50? Siri, what is 8 hours 50? Siri, what is 8 hours 15 minutes divided by 3? Fuck.
Do you want me to use ChatGPT to answer that?
Yeah, I guess. Yes.
8 hours and 15 minutes is equivalent to 490.
So 2 hours, 45 minutes. That's what I got to average the next 3 days. And that sounds like nothing, and it's because it is. But tomorrow, when I get home from the gym, actually tomorrow's a rest day. Holy shit. Huh. Well, no, it's not, because I didn't go to the gym on Monday. No, it's not. Well, anyway, so tomorrow I'm going to get home, be able to start working at 5. If I want to get 2 hours, 45 minutes, that's going to take me to 7:45. That's past the time that I want to work. And that's not including the podcast. That's not including a role play. Fuck me, dude. And I got to do that on Friday as well. And I also got to do that on Saturday. Is not going to be a problem. I can get more time there. But I don't want to spend the majority of my Saturdays doing shit for someone else. I want to spend the majority of my free time doing stuff for myself and my business, my future family, future kids, paying for families' houses or cars or events or trips. I just go back and forth with myself on this so much. It's very frustrating. It doesn't do me any good to sit here and go back and forth. It's like I just want to make a decision and move the fuck on. But I like Mina. He's a good guy. I don't want to screw him and his business over. I'm not in any contract. I'm not doing anything like that. So I could just say, hey, dude, peace, and that's it. I'm not going to do that. He's a good guy, and he's taught me a lot. And I say that, and I'm not even meaning to say that. He has taught me things, and I'm learning for sure, getting paid. I don't know. So that's where I'm at. So just, I guess, kind of venting, sharing thought process of all that stuff. So there's that. I don't really have much else to say. I'm going to go get this role play done so I can go my ass to bed. So appreciate you guys listening. Go check out the Allegiant Excellence podcast if you haven't already, or if that's of any interest. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace. You know what I'm actually going to do? Sorry, that's not the end. It was the end. I clicked out of it, copied the transcript, and I was ready to go. But I'm actually going to take this entire transcript of this podcast, put it into ChatGPT, and I'm going to say this. With this giant transcript here, answer in one word what you think I should do. Quit Mina and focus on my own thing, or stay with Mina for the money and mentorship. Answer in one word. Mina or me? Says me. Literally just says me. Answer in 5 words why that is. Your future depends on you. Elaborate on that in 10 words. Building your own business guarantees growth, control, and long-term success. Not getting any goosebumps or chills or shit from reading this, but it is what it is. So ChatGPT says, why do you honestly think I should focus on my own stuff and not Mina's? Because your long-term success, I keep saying sex, dude. Long-term sex, financial freedom, and fulfillment come from building your own business and not someone else's. Right now, Mina's mentorship and money are helpful, but they're also keeping you dependent on his path instead of forging your own. It's very true. If you keep splitting your focus, you'll delay mastering content, outreach, sales, and client fulfillment, the very things that will get you to $30,000 a month and beyond. You don't need another 6 months of shadowing to know what to do. You already know. You need to execute ruthlessly on your business. Fuck. You said it yourself. Mina's problems are not your problems yet, so why waste time solving them? Instead of spending 10 plus hours per week growing his brand, use those same hours to post, engage, sell, and refine your systems. The only way to know if you can make it on your own is to actually go all in. Okay. Needed to hear that. Appreciate you. What would be your most practical and advanced tips for me given my situation right now? Answer in 3 bullet points, with each bullet point being 3 words or less each. Then follow it up with explanation. What would be your most practical and advanced tips for me given my situation right now? And it says, maximize focused execution, leverage financial runway, refine high impact actions. Okay, so what the fuck does this mean, chat? Cut everything non-essential and go all in on your business. No more half measures. That means setting strict daily time blocks for content, outreach, calls, and fulfillment, and cutting out anything that doesn't drive revenue. You're not missing knowledge, you're missing consistent execution at scale. Leverage financial runway. If quitting Mina leaves you with enough to survive, do it now. The money from Mina is safety, but safety is slowing you down. If you need income, find something like FedEx that's low mental bandwidth and doesn't drain your creativity, but every hour spent on someone else's vision delays yours. Refine high-impact actions. Your success is built on content, which drives conversation, so which drives conversions. That's all that matters. Systemize your content creation so it's daily and impactful. Automate outreach processes with templates and CRM. Optimize sales skills by tracking objections and refining scripts. Do more of what moves the needle, less of what doesn't. Elaborate on the last point there. What moves the needle? What doesn't? What moves the needle? Posting daily, engaging content. Your content drives inbound leads. If you're not posting, you're invisible. Prioritize short, high-value, problem-solving posts for your audience. DM outreach and follow-ups. More conversations equals more sales. Track leads, send follow-ups, and get people on calls consistently. Converting leads into sales calls and closing. Converting leads into clients is the single highest value action. Refine scripts, track objections, and optimize conversion rates. Client results and testimonials. Social proof builds trust. Prioritize delivering for your clients and showcasing transformations. Okay, what doesn't move the needle? This is what I need to hear. Overcomplicating back-end systems. Fancy spreadsheets and automation don't mean anything if you don't have clients yet. Fuck. Yep, you're right, bro. You're right, Gabe. Overthinking branding and aesthetics. Logos, colors, and website perfection don't make sales. Get proof of concept first, okay? Spending hours on low-impact tasks. Researching marketing tactics instead of executing. Perfecting content instead of posting, or endlessly tweaking offers instead of selling. Excessive learning without action. Courses, mentorships, and books are great, but execution is what actually builds a business. See, that's that last one right there. Courses, mentorships, and books are great, but execution is actually what builds business. Bottom line, create, connect, sell. Anything out, that is a distraction. Create, connect, and sell. All right. Well, hopefully that was entertaining to some extent. So that's what we got. That's what we got. I'm going to end the show now because I got to go do a role play and be done with it 11 minutes ago. Appreciate you guys. Talk to you later.